Imagine a game where the rules look fair, but the players at the top wrote every single line of the rulebook. A world where wealth doesn't just buy comfort, it buys advantage. It buys access. It buys the power to bend economic gravity itself. Today, we're going to expose the hidden system that quietly transfers wealth upward, from the many to the few. And the strangest part, everything you're about to hear is completely legal. So here's the question. If the system was built for the rich, was everyone else ever meant to win? To understand how the wealthy gained such a permanent edge, we need to go back. Not to the first millionaires, but to the moment they discovered something far more powerful than money: the ability to shape the financial system itself. Over the last century, inequality didn't happen by accident. It rose slowly, deliberately, like a tide that never stopped climbing. Today, the top 1% own more wealth than nearly 5 billion people combined. But statistics alone don't explain how this happened. Think of it this way. The rich aren't playing Monopoly with the rest of us. They're the ones printing the money, choosing the rules, and collecting rent every time we move. 3 mechanisms turned inequality into a permanent structure. 3 gears in a machine that funnels wealth upward. First, the tax code loop. Tax laws were engineered to reward ownership, not labor. If you work for a paycheck, your income is taxed immediately. If you own assets, your wealth grows first, and sometimes avoids taxes entirely. This isn't loopholes. This is design. Second, the compounding advantage. Imagine 2 people climbing a mountain. One starts at the bottom. The other starts halfway up. That's what compounding wealth feels like. Assets generate more assets. Money creates more money. And the wealthy shape the laws that protect this system. From low capital gains taxes to vehicles that shelter wealth for decades. Third, financialization. Over the last 40 years, economies shifted from making things to moving money. Factories became spreadsheets. Workers became expenses. Corporations stopped investing in people and started investing in schemes, buybacks, derivatives, tax arbitrage. All of it benefited one group: the people who already owned capital. Piece by piece, the machine was built, and every gear pointed in one direction. Wealth moves upward. There were 3 defining moments when the world saw the system crack. The first was the 1971 dollar shock. When the US left the gold standard, money became flexible. Governments could expand credit. Banks could create debt like never before. And those who controlled capital flows profited first. The second turning point was deregulation from the 1980s to the 2000s. Rules fell. Markets globalized. Banks merged into giants. The wealthy didn't adapt to this new world. They built it. Meanwhile, wages for ordinary workers stagnated. The third was the 2008 financial crisis. The system collapsed under its own weight. But instead of being punished, the architects were rescued. Governments bailed out corporations and banks. And afterward, the elite didn't just recover. They became stronger. Today, we live with the results. The middle class is disappearing. The wealth gap is no longer a gap. It's a canyon. Upward mobility isn't just difficult. For many, it's mathematically impossible. Debt has become a way of life. Housing, education, healthcare. 3 basic needs, now financial traps. Debt doesn't burden the wealthy. Debt pays them. Democracy is under pressure. When wealth concentrates, influence concentrates. Lobbying, campaign funding, policy shaping. Decisions drift away from citizens and towards stakeholders with deep pockets. At that point, a democracy starts to resemble something else. And finally, there's the illusion of choice. We're told to work hard and save money. But the system isn't built for hard work to win. It's built for capital to win. And capital is controlled by fewer and fewer people. So here's the truth. They redesigned it so they can't lose. But understanding the system is the first step toward navigating it. Because when you can see the machine clearly, do you think the system can ever be fixed? Or was it built to stay this way forever?